Hi everyone, this is Saucy, the Towboat Chef. Today we're doing tips and tricks for cooking. This is going to have to do with quite a few different items, so stay tuned and let's get started. Alright, be right back. Welcome back. Okay, I'm going to be reading the notes from my phone because I had to put all these tips and tricks and the reason why and so forth in my notes because you know my mind, it goes off. Squirrel, rabbit, ooh, raccoon. Yeah, that kind of mind. Alright, so let's get started here. Tip number 1. Wrap your vegetables in a paper towel to preserve the vegetables longer. What you do is when you bring home your vegetables, you wrap them in a paper towel and then put it in a plastic bag, like Ziploc, gallon bag, however big your vegetables are. Do not wash them before you put them in there. Do not put a wet paper towel in. It's a dry paper towel. It'll preserve your vegetables, I would say, at least a week longer than what you normally would have it. Alright? Let's continue. Step number 2. If your food tastes bland, add some salt. Now, everybody knows, if you've been watching my videos when I'm on the boat, I don't add much salt to my food due to the fact that I have dietary needs of like our captain, our pilots, and our chief engineer mostly due to the fact because they have high blood pressure. So I gotta watch the salt. But you can use salt to enhance the flavor. If you do have salt issues, you can use other flavors. A little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder. Get the no salt Mrs. Dash. Use the salt substitute. Anything that might have even a little bit of salt, add that to it. Alright? And you'll see the difference in the flavor. It won't be so bland. Alright, let's continue. Step number 3. You know how you get that glossy, real smooth look to some sauces in the restaurants and so forth? Let me tell you the secret how it gets done. After you make your sauces like au juice, gravies, things like this, take it off the stove, put in pats of butter, and keep stirring it in till it's completely blended and melted. You'll see that little glossy sheen on it. Also, too, butter gives it a little bit more extra flavor. Alright, let's continue. Step number 4. Completely dry your meats. Oh God, blooper. First blooper. I can't even read. Alright, let's start this again. Step number 4. Completely dry your meats before cooking them. It's like your chicken and your fish. If you're roasting a chicken or you're searing scallops, make sure that they're dry when you put them in your pans. It helps create a golden crispy crust, which also holds in the flavor, the juices of these meats, and it won't stick to the bottom of the pan. Now, of course, I'm sure you're going to use either Pam or spray. Pam or spray. Of course, Pam is a spray. Blooper number 2. Here we go with the bloopers. And I know you all love them, so I ain't cutting it out. Okay? Alright. It doesn't... I'm sure you're going to use Pam, or you're going to use some type of oil to coat these. It still will stick if they are wet. Alright? That's for step number 4. Let's continue. Step number 5. Brown sugar has clumps in the packet. How do you get rid of it? Besides just mashing them up. Open up the package and put in some white bread. Let it sit for approximately, I would say, an hour or two. It'll break it back into the sandy granules that it came back. So if you have preparation that you know you're going to be using brown sugar, it's got lots of lumps, take it out from where it's at, put some bread in it, put it back. Uh, I'm not going to say if you're putting it in the refrigerator or if you're putting it in the freezer, don't put it back there because moisture will cause the clumps. If you put it in an airtight sealed container, it should be fine, but if not, for some reason air's gotten into it and it causes the clumps, just open up that container, put that bread in it, seal it back up, and set it off to the side for about an hour or two. You won't have no more clumps. Try it. You'll see. Alright, on to the next step. Step number 6. Lemons aren't yielding enough juice. What is the solution? I know a lot of you will roll it on the counter. You'll kind of smash it a little bit before it breaks open. And then you'll be able to open it up and try and squeeze all that juice out, whether you use a juice press or you just squeeze it with your hands. No. Use another appliance in your kitchen. Microwave. Microwave a normal sized lemon for approximately 20 to 30 seconds. Test this theory. Get 2 lemons, same size. Do it the way you normally do it, and then also do it through the microwave. You'll see quite a bit difference of the juice that you get out of that lemon. Now, mind you, this also goes for oranges and grapefruit when you want to make orange juice or grapefruit juice. Limes, I would not microwave them more than 15 seconds due to the fact they have a thinner skin. So if you're trying to get a lot of juice out of that for like a key lime pie, that's the best way to do it. Alright, let's go on to the next step. Step number 7. I've been trying not to talk with my hands because of focusing issues. Alright, because my camera loves to focus in and I move my hands a lot, but I have to use my hands in this next step. It's called learn how to use the rule of thumb when checking the temperatures of your steaks. Here you go. Start off like this. Turn it sideways. Now don't squeeze it. Just put your fingers together. Like that. Turn it. Press right here. That will be rare. Now, next, take your finger and put it between the top of your thumb and the knuckle. And, of course, now put your thumb outwards. Test it. That is medium rare. Put it down toward the knuckle. Test it. That's medium. Of course, you notice the thumb keeps going back out further and further. Put it in between the knuckle and the pad. Your thumb pad there, down here. That's medium well. I'm sorry, that's medium. That's medium well. And then if you put it way out here like this, and you press, that's well done. That's how you can check your meat. Always remember, it's called the rule of thumb. Alright, on to the next one. Tip number 8. Keep your spices away from sources of heat like stove or lights. I've noticed that when I've gone into some people's kitchens or galleys, they have these spice racks that are behind the stove, beside the stove, or they have the carousel spices that's also near the stove. No. Stove produces heat, light produces heat. And it draws out the nutrients and the consistency of your spices and your herbs. So, put them in a drawer or put them up in the cupboard. It's so much easier to reach for those and get better tasting spices, and they last longer. Alright. let's go on to the next step. Step number 9. When making cookie dough, don't be so quick to put it on the cookie sheet. Give yourself some time and put the cookie dough in the refrigerator. It will help make your cookies come out fluffy and chewy and very delicious. I'm sure anybody that's been watching my videos that you have seen when I'm out on the boat, I put my cookie dough in the refrigerator. Now, mind you, I make between 50 to 100 cookies. So I put the cookie dough in the refrigerator for approximately an hour. It all depends. If it's closer to 100 cookies, then it's an hour and a half. Alright? Now, for a regular batch of cookies, I would say 20-30 minutes at the most. If you think that your cookie dough is too hard when you get your cookie scoop, get a cup of warm water, dip that scoop in the warm water, and then scoop that out. It will not defrost it. It will not do any of that. But it'll help release it from the scoop. Guess what? You just got 2 tips in one. Alright. The cookies then will come out, like I said, very delicious, and everybody would love them. Alright. Let's continue on to the next step. Step 10, last but not least. Everybody knows you get onion smells and garlic smells on your hands very hard to come off. Some people use hand sanitizer, some people use dish soap, some people use lemon juice, some people use vinegar. But then again, you start smelling like a salad. Do you have a stainless steel faucet? Do you have stainless steel silverware? Rub your hands on those. And then smell your hands. The garlic smell will be gone. Onion might be still a little there, so I would say stick with the lemon on that one. Alright, but for the garlic smells in your hands, that is the best thing. Trust me, it works. If for any reason you've been handling quite a bit, rub it a couple times on the stainless steel, and your hands will be back to normal. I want to thank you all for watching this video with these tips and tricks. Like I said, I would like to involve all my subscribers. If there's a tip and a trick, or a trick that you know of, let's get some videos together, and or send me your tips and tricks, and I'll definitely send you a shout out for that. And we'll do your tips and tricks on my channel as well. Alright? Again, thank you all for your support of watching my channel. If you're new to my channel, click on subscribe. Then click on that notification bell so you can see when all my videos come up. And click a thumbs up. Leave me a comment and introduce yourself. If you have a channel, I'll definitely be going over to yours. And I always leave a comment at other people's videos as well. Alright, update. This Wednesday, please be at Let's Get Sassy with Saucy. I got something special planned, and it's going to be fun. And it's going to be funny. Just trust me. You think we had a good time the last 2 live streams? We're going to have a blast with this one. Alright. Oh, also too, I did call the boat company. They did say call back in a couple more weeks. Unfortunately, our boats are not been, how do I say, sanctioned by the Coast Guard to be okay to go back up on the upper rivers. Some companies have it already. Our company hasn't been sanctioned yet. Alright? So, as soon as I am able to get back out on the boat, you'll definitely be getting more cooking videos. I do have another cooking video coming up for my weigh-in on Monday. And it, just for a quick tell you about, it has to do with chicken strips and spinach. And it was good. Very yummy. Alright, you have a great and wonderful day, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you've seen this. And I'll catch you in the next video. Or if I get called out to the boat, I'll catch you down the river. Have a good day. Bye-bye.